breathe in, relax, and with relaxed I say breathe in deep. I think of my breathing in 3 parts. I think of breathing down, out on the back, and at the end, the 3rd part, a little bit up here on the chest. And that's all done in one movement. Deep, and you breathe in, one big breath, and you blow simply. This is your first exercise for today. Listen. Of course, when you blow, all together you cannot listen so much to your own blowing. But when you are alone, you can do this. So try to listen too. So that you have a very consistent, steady airstream. That's important to listen to. So big breath and blow hot air. Make the air, in Spanish they say caliente. I say hot air, wet breath. Wet breath. Like when you blow against a window and you go, and you have this foggy thing on the, that's the air you use for the trombone. That will make your sound big and nice and warm. That's what we want. So, here we go, all together. We repeat, warm up. So now we do what I call horse sound. You go very loose, everything is loose, and you go, it's a little bit funny. Don't do it when you're in the bus or in the train to your session. People think you're crazy, but go like, everybody. One more time. And also here the breathing is always natural. Don't make it into something like this, because it's not natural. Just a very simple breathing, like, you know, it's nice weather, it's not sunny, but it's fresh. If you go to the beach and you walk there and you go like, that's a good breath. Or you have a lesson, it was a not prepared lesson, and your teacher was very, very angry with you. You go out and you say, it's over. That's a super good breathing. That's the breathing you can use for, boom, then it sounds. You don't have to do anything. It's just this. And many times we think, stress, tension, don't have this tension. Try to avoid this. So, one more time, with the horse sound, just. Okay, instrument, pushing your first fold. We all have very modern bass trombones, so there will be not so much extra resistance, but there will be a little bit extra resistance. The very first exercise we did, breathe in and blow hot air, slow hot air in your instrument. Here we go, tutti. A little bit slower. One more time. I think most of us have 2 valves, push both buttons in, and we do the same. One more time. Last time. It's a very good thing to think simple. And I like a lot a quote I once see in a lecture, the famous late Arnold Jacobs, tuba player of the Chicago Symphony, and I think a sort of breathing, brass playing guru in the United States. One of his quotes I liked a lot, and this quote was, think simple. When you breathe in, you become bigger, and when you blow, you become smaller. Very simple. It's a little bit like, I always forget the name, many people already told me, but when you make a fire, and you take this tool to put air in, and it goes, you all know what I mean. You know, this is, so try to make an internal pulse. So the exercise exercises I will do are with an internal pulse, but I will help a little bit with clicking my hand and stamping my feet and shouting 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I also start my exercises always with long notes and glissandos and attacks without the tongue. I start with, it's the pulse. I start with H attacks. Yeah? Okay. I play and you simply repeat. It's 2 bars, 2 4/4 bars, and it's a whole note. It's the type of Emery-Remington exercise, as most of you probably know. 2 whole notes, but I connect them with a gliss. So this is 1. We'll start. 3 and breathe and blow. Slow. Here we go and 1. And no crescendo in the glissando. Very consistent. Crescendo on the note going down. Don't make it crescendo. Just go 1 flow of air. Very consistent. And think of moving air. I can tell you, luckily there's a little bit more air here than in the room we were yesterday. I could almost not find any air anymore. But okay, there is air here. Move it in. Move it out. That's what you constantly have to think about. Okay, next exercise is the same notes, but it's an exercise I call snake exercise. It's a glissy exercise of triplets. You will hear, this is the tempo. When you play your warm-ups, think about music, think about quality, about beautiful sound. Even when the exercise sounds like a dumb, stupid, nothing exercise, make it into something beautiful. Think as if this is something you have to play in an orchestra and it's your solo. And really make it into some, never go like, make it interesting. If you play it with interest, it will sound better and it will benefit your whole play. Yes? Okay, we continue. Three and four and actually the golden register of the bass trombone. That's where I start my warm-ups. I don't go too high in the beginning, I don't go too low. Of course it's nice to play those super low pedals, but this is the register, in principle, where you earn your job. If you can produce quality in this register, you know, people like you as a bass trombone player. So, and not only for this type of notes. It's funny, it's nice, but it's just, you know, not so necessary, to be honest. In the classical repertoire in the orchestra, those notes are really a unicum. You don't get those notes that often. It's in the new pieces for the super bass trombone players of today that you have those notes. But the quality of just the middle bass trombone register and the valve register, that's what really counts. Okay, a little bit of tonguing. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 3 and 4, and the notes of the scale of B flat. So this is a G. Okay. Moving the slide. It's a warm-up session, but I can also touch a little bit technical part. Moving your slide is, of course, the thing for trombone players. Watch out that moving the slide is not too much a tensed action. So I see with some of you, I see too much this moving the slide. And you have to think much more simple, much more simple. So I use myself a tiny little bit combination of a flexible wrist with a steady arm movement. So it's a tiny little bit controlled movement of the wrist. The movement of the wrist you use for this little movement the jazz player used for his jazz slide. It's of course not this. It's very just flexible, it stops when I want to stop it. Then it's possible to be much quicker on your trombone. And it's not going like this. So a little bit, so you can practice this. That's why warm-ups daily exercises, daily routines are so good to work on your technique. Because in the pieces you play, you don't have so much time. You're so focused on the pieces and not so on your technique. And now in scales and in exercises like I do today, simple exercises you can work on. A mirror is very good. Stand in front of a mirror so you can see, okay, how do I look? Fear in the eyes is not good. Sorry, that's something I'm proud. Just a steady, easy slide. Think about this. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of skills. A little bit of skills. B flat. 3 and 4. Sustained, consistent, like a brick. Here we go. 3 out. 1 in, 3 out. Very good. 1 in, 5 out. A little bit softer, of course. And remember, breathing bigger, blowing smaller. 1 in, 7. on the ground. That hot. Yeah? So here we go. 1 in 10. Do it again. Make it even hotter. This last one. This is the air you use for it. Just beautiful, easy sound. That's the same as this. Good. Little pause, and we stand up for some bass trombone shootings.